everyone. Thank you for joining us and for taking the time off to join this webinar also. So we will now begin. I am June, the marketing manager at Adventus. So for those who are unfamiliar with us, I will be doing a short introduction on Adventus. Before I begin, if you were to hover your mouse to the bottom of the screen, you will see a Q&A button. So if you have any questions throughout the webinar, just type your questions there and we will address them later at the end of the webinar. Okay, so about Adventus. We are an ICT solutions and services company that provides a wide range of products and services. We have more than 1,000 contractual customers and cater to a lot of the different requirements that our customers may have. We have close to 500 employees, and we are serving our customers globally on a 24/7 basis. We have offices around the world to provide our customers with on-site IT support, so namely in these 14 countries and these 22 cities. Okay. These are our awards and certifications. Adventus is very big on service excellence. That is why we ensure that we are awarded the Singapore Quality Class Star for service excellence. And we have been named the best IT services provider by Singapore Business Review for 7 years in a row now. So all the way from 2018 to 2024. And to ensure that what we are doing is of world-class standards, we have all these different ISO certifications. And lastly, at Adventus, we believe that happy employees make happy customers. That's why we invest a lot in our employees to make sure that they are working happily in our company and hence serving our customers better. So hence we have all these different HR certifications and awards. These are the technology partners that we are working with. So basically, we have a very close working relationship with most of the big players in the market. And in today's session here, we have partnered with Yeastar to give you an insight on how we can help connect your teams and customers effortlessly with an all-inclusive solution. These are some of our clients. We serve a multitude of customers from SMEs to the big enterprise customers. At Adventus today, we have 8 very strong business pillars, and I'll go a little more in-depth into each of them. So here's a breakdown of the services included in end-user support services. We provide remote support, on-site support, and also staff augmentation where we place a headcount into our customer's environment. For cloud and on-premises infra services, we provide services such as infrastructure monitoring, infra maintenance and support, infra upgrade and migration, managed network services, managed backup and disaster recovery services, and even new office setup or relocation. When it comes to cybersecurity, we are CSRO licensed to be a service provider for Managed Security Operations Center, SOC in short. So some services that we provide here will be endpoint protection for end-user devices and servers, patch management, multi-factor authentication, firewall, vulnerability management, and managed network access control. For IP and cloud telephony, today's topic, we have our own SPO service provider license. We provide services for on-premises IP phone systems as well as cloud telephony systems such as Microsoft Teams Direct Routing and Yeastar Cloud PBX. So our speakers, Keith and Jason, today will delve deeper into this later. Under Telco Solutions and Services, today we are partnering with Singtel in this area. For managed print services, we manage photocopiers and printers, and we have several cloud-based print solutions as well. For CCTV and door access, we have this security service provider license from the Singapore Police Force. So we can provide solutions, consultancy services, maintenance and support for CCTV as well as door access systems. In terms of application software services, we currently provide services for ServiceNow and Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM. So overall at Adventus, we have over 300 engineers in an extensive suite of ICT domains and disciplines to cater to the various needs of our customers and clients. So all the way from endpoint computing to CRM developers, each of these divisions comprises of engineers that specialize in their particular field. This will be our core capabilities, which is mainly about managing everything that is connected in your office network. So once you have a contract in any particular area with Adventus, we will assign a service delivery manager, which will be a single point of contact to connect you with the different teams that we have. So our SDMs are also qualified IT managers as well. So usually for end users, the first point of contact will be our IT help desk. For some customers who choose to have an on-site or they can have an on-site staff on an ad hoc basis or also part-time or full-time also. So for full-time, our engineers come with backfill, which means that if the designated engineer is on MC or annual leave, there will be a backup who will go in. So to the customer, there is always one guy there. We also have a team that is very focused on Microsoft administration and security. This is a team of M365 specialists who help our customers manage M365 security and administration. For customers who need Power App developers and CRM as well, we have a team of M365 app developers. Then on the infrastructure side of things, our infra maintenance and security team can help our customers manage their infrastructure, which includes servers, networks, firewall, AWS. Then for the more sophisticated zero trust network access solutions, our team can also help. We have a specialist patch and vulnerability management team. So this team help our customers manage vulnerabilities on PCs and network. Crucially, we also have SOC, Security Operations Center. So this team consists of a team of people who monitor cybersecurity events 24/7. So this same team also does cybersecurity training for computer end users as well. Then we have our own ServiceNow developers, and we work with many larger organizations to customize their workflows. So for them on their like ServiceNow platform. Then we have a managed print services team that support your print. So like I mentioned, printers, multifunction printers, copiers. And in fact, we are the largest independent MPS provider in Singapore. So some brands that we support would include Canon, Konica Minolta, HP, Coursera, Lexmark, and Epson. Then we have an in-house IP telephony team, which is the subject matter for today's topic, today's webinar. So be it on cloud or on-premises, we have a team that manages IPT systems for our customers. And last but not least, we have a team of CCTV specialists who manage CCTV systems, whether it's on-premises or on cloud. So in today's market, Adventus is strategically and uniquely positioned in the market because we are the only IT vendor that can do all these solutions and services in-house. So from your print to CCTV to IP telephony to cloud. So I think in the past, all these were all separate networks, but today it's all linked together and connected with each other. So for everything that you need, we have the in-house capabilities for it. So basically everything that we have here is all done in-house with our in-house engineer and not outsourced. So we can be your single point of contact in all these areas that we have. Okay, now I hand over to Keith, our head of pre-sales at Adventus, who will go more in-depth into how we can help your organizations connect your teams and customers effectively. So once again, if you have any questions throughout the webinar, just type them at the Q&A portion below, and we will discuss them later at the end of the webinar. So Keith, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, June. Hello everyone. Good morning. Right, so I think I'll be sharing more on Adventus cloud telephony systems, right, for today's topic. Okay, so first off, I think it's very important to let you guys know that Adventus today is a licensed SBO service provider, right? So what this means is Adventus is allowed to provide services-based telecommunication services in Singapore, okay? Right, so in Adventus, we offer both cloud and on-premises IP telephony solution services, right? But of course, in today's trend, a lot of our customers is moving towards the cloud, right? And that is why, today we offer two different solutions for cloud IP telephonies, right? First off would be Adventus and Yeastar collaboration, Cloud PBX. And the second one, if equally popular, right, would be the Microsoft Teams phone system, right? So these are the two that we'll be sharing more today in today's webinar's topic. Right, but let's not forget, there are still customers that are still using on-premises system, right? With that, we are able to support majority of the brands in the market today. For example, names like Avaya, Yeastar, Alcatel, and Cisco. All right. So for Adventus, we don't only help to deploy the entire PBX solutions. We're able to do post-deployment things like maintenance and management of the entire systems. Right. So the first topic that I'll be touching is the Yeastar Adventus Yeastar Cloud PBX solution. Okay. So this is a very typical setup of a lot of companies' PBX environment today. All right. So they're probably hosting an on-premise PBX, right? This piece of hardware sitting in your server rack, all right, in their own corporate network, right? Connected to maybe, ISDN or SIP-trunk, even analog lines, right? So in today's trend or market, we have seen a lot of shifts, all right? A lot of customers, when they refresh the PBX or when the PBX, is goes down, they want to look at entire new system. A lot of them will be looking at cloud, right, system, right, whereby we replace the entire, we remove the entire PBX, this hardware from your office, and everything is on the cloud, right? Nothing on premise. Okay, so with this kind of setup, it also benefits people that are working from home. All right, so traditionally in the past, people that are working from home, they will not be able to receive calls. All right, any of the customers or vendors calls in to your number, your DID, only the office phones will ring. All right, that provides quite a bit of challenge for a lot of people, because when they are, let's say, a salesperson traveling around the island, or doing business travels to other countries, people calls into their DID, only the office phone will ring. All right, and they will miss out on this kind of calls. Right, but with cloud PBX, right, all these problems is a past. Right, it doesn't matter where you are. All right, whether you're working from home, you're overseas, you're traveling, right? If you're on this infrastructure, you're able to receive calls. Okay, so the first benefits, the most distinct benefits, is there's not going to be any more hardware in your environment. Nothing. All right, the piece of PBX sitting in your server, right? You can throw that away. Right, so everything is on the cloud. As long as the internet connection, we can make calls out and receive calls. Right, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Right, like I mentioned, your DDI is always accessible anywhere. All right, you could be in traveling to Thailand, for example, in Bangkok. Right, as long as you have the soft phone app installed on your phones, the customer calls your DID, right, your app will ring even when you're in Bangkok, and you can receive the calls. Right, the best thing is it will not incur any IDD calls charges, right? Because when you receive a call, everything will be local call rates. All right. So vice versa, if you want to make a call, when overseas you want to make a call back to Singapore numbers, you can do so as well, right? Using the soft phone app in your phone, right? Just dialing the local call numbers, and everything will be connected, and you'll be charged local call rates instead of IDD calls. Okay, so if your business has break up a lot of bills every month on all these identity call charges, all these can be reduced once you move to this kind of setup, IP phones or cloud PBX. All right. So the next benefits is, customers can save even more when they move to cloud PBX, right? Especially on terms of the handsets or the phone sets, right? Traditionally, a lot of people needs to have a phone sitting on your desk, a physical phones, right? But when you move to cloud PBX, right, this your physical phones, all this can be thrown away. But there are also some customers that prefer to have the physical phone sitting, and that's a feel safer, right, to see your phones there. You can do that as well, right? We call it a hybrid kind of setup, whereby you have a physical phones as well as soft phones. All right, and the best thing is we can configure on the cloud PBX, right, on which device to ring first. You could be, you can configure to ring on your desk phone first. If they'll pick up, they'll need a soft phone ring. That is possible, right? Or, like I mentioned, you can entirely use soft phones. Everyone use for soft phones. Then you can save a lot on handsets. All right. So, the applications that Yeastar, right, is called Linkers. So this Linkers soft phones apps, you can install on your PC. It doesn't matter whether you're using Windows or Mac, or you can install on your handphones. It doesn't matter whether you're using Androids or iPhones. Both platforms are supported. Okay, so another very important benefits is the high availability on cloud PBX, right? So traditionally, a lot of customers, they are facing this problem with the challenge is a lot of this on-premise or infrastructure setup is prone to things like hardware failures. All right, and the nightmare is when a PBX fails, when the hardware fails, it can take up to weeks, right, before you get a replacement of PBX. Right, imagine your phone goes down for weeks or even months before a replacement of PBX comes in. Right, to most businesses that is unacceptable. All right, or it could be things like power interruptions to the buildings or power shutdown, right? And then, there goes the phone system, right? You cannot receive calls, you cannot make calls, all right? But all this, you can mitigate all this from happening if you move to cloud PBX, right? Because on cloud PBX, we have built in a lot of redundancies, right? For example, if the server A on the cloud goes down, there'll be server B that takes over. If server B goes down, there'll be server C that takes over. All right, so and because of this high, redundancy kind of infrastructure built in, we are able to achieve a very, very high SLA uptime of 99.99% on the cloud. Okay, so long gone are the days where you're worried about all these hardware failures, power interruptions, or even relocation of offices, right? We have to the tedious relocation process to move the piece of hardware to the new office and reconfigure the whole thing at the new office, right? You don't have to do that anymore, right? Everything is on the cloud. You can access it from anywhere in the world. All right, so the next best thing is if your company have global presence, right? Your offices elsewhere in the world, maybe in the US, maybe in Australia, or your business looking to expand regionally, right, to other countries, this might be the perfect solution for you. All right, because for Yeastar, they have multiple server nodes across the world. All right, so you can connect right to the latest to the nearest server nodes. For example, if in the US, you'll be connecting to, let's say, LA, right, servers, or you're in the Australia, you'll be connecting to Sydney. All right, so that improves a lot on the quality of the call, the latency. Okay, and the best thing is you have multiple offices. All these, we can link them up together as well, the system. Right, so that you can be dialing extensions instead of dialing your colleagues DID in Australia, you could be dialing extensions to them. All right. Okay. So the next thing that I'll be sharing with you is on the Microsoft Teams phone system. Right, I mentioned this is very, very popular among our customers today. All right. So again, right, this is a very traditional setup of the phone system, infrastructure in a company, right? Where they still, reliant on a hardware and your local ISDN or SIP-trunk provider. Okay, so this is the after image, right? So when the customers migrate to Teams phone, all right, don't need any hardwares in your office anymore, right? But you need to have a session border controller or SBC in order for it to be connected to the Microsoft Cloud PBX. Okay, so this can be quite a lot of customers are afraid of moving the Microsoft Teams phone system because of the SBC, right? They have to invest a lot on upfront costs to buy this piece of hardware, right? And host it in the data center or in the office, right? And this refrain a lot of customers are refraining to move to this Teams phone system because of this initial high upfront cost. But the good news is Adventus has our own SBC in the cloud, right? We host our own SBC, whereby all our customers can tap onto our infrastructure, right, to be connected to the Microsoft Cloud PBX. Okay, and users, right, that are working from home, they can also benefit on this kind of setup, right, similar to the Cloud PBX, right? It doesn't matter where you are, right, in the world, as you have internet connections, you can make a phone call using your Microsoft Teams phone. Okay, so the benefits is very similar to your traditional cloud PBX or Yeastar cloud PBX, right? No more on-premise hardware, All right, your DIDs is accessible anywhere in the world as long as you have internet connections. All right, you can save on handsets. Right, you can go full soft phones. That means you can just use Microsoft Teams app to do the calling. Or you can do hybrid, whereby you can have a Microsoft Teams phone handsets, right? That's compatible with Microsoft Teams. High availability, right? Microsoft built in a lot of server nodes across the world, right? Everything is all the redundancies, infrastructure is all there already. Right, and what sets Microsoft Teams phone solution apart from all the other competitors is, you know, Teams phone is so tightly integrated with the entire Microsoft 365 ecosystem. All right, and it makes a lot of sense for customers that are heavily reliant on Microsoft 365 to also embark on the Teams phone solution. Okay, so the user experience is so seamless, right? Whereby they'll be using the same Teams app that they use daily for video callings, right? Also using the same app to do PSTN calling, meaning that they can use this app the moment the Teams phone solution is deployed successfully. There will be a dial pad that appear on your Teams app, whether it be on your Teams app on your PC or Teams app on your phone, right? There'll be this dial pad. This dial pad will appear, right? And you can use this dial pad to call out to local landlines, to your handphone numbers, to any numbers right in the world, just like how you would on a traditional phone system. All right, so a lot of customers really like the Teams phone solution because it paints better story, right? Everything is all within Microsoft 365, right? To the users, it's extremely simple, right? They're also familiar with Microsoft Teams already, right? They just added one more function on Microsoft Teams where you can just use a dial pad and call out. Okay. So for those of you that are really interested in all these kind of solution, Teams phone solution, cloud PBX, do reach out to us right after this webinar, where we'll be sharing more with you, how we can help you to migrate right to Microsoft Teams phone or Yeastar called PBX. All right. Okay. So the next slide that I'll be sharing more with you is on the Adventus VRP managed services. Okay. So once we help you deploy all these different solutions, whether it's Yeastar or Teams phone, the post deployment wise, you need a vendor that can help you to manage right the system and the infrastructure. Right. For Adventus, our engineers are all certified, highly certified, all right, in whatever system that we've been managing for you, whether it be Microsoft Teams phone, right, whether you're using Avaya, Yeastar, Alcatel, Cisco, right, our guys are all highly certified. Okay, so once you're on board with us on our VRP managed services, if you're using still using on-premise PBX, right, the very, very distinct benefits, right, on coming on board with us is Adventus is able to provide spare PBX for all our customers, all right, on all the PBX we are maintaining. Okay, so traditionally, when a PBX goes down, right, and you're not on maintenance with Adventus, like I mentioned earlier, you could take up to weeks, right, before you get a replacement of PBX from your vendor, right, depending on the stock as well. But if you're on managed services with Adventus will make sure that that we always have a spare PBX in our warehouse, right? So in the event of an emergency, we'll immediately do the swap for you. All right, everything can be done within the same day. Right, so this minimizes a lot of downtime on your phone system. Right, imagine instead of 6 weeks of downtime on your phone system, you're not able to make calls or receive calls. We can reduce that to maybe half a day to even a day. Okay, by using this spare PBX. So effectively, it's like buying an insurance, right, for your PBX or your phone system. Okay, so for us, over the years, I think we are very proud to say that Adventus we have achieved a response time for all the tickets within 39 minutes. All right, so that is extremely fast in today's standard. Okay, so part of a managed service, we also include user administration services. Right, customers can reach out to us or lock a ticket with us, for things like Maybe there are new user onboarding. We need to create the users on the phone systems or user offboardings, all right? Or change certain extensions, right? Anything that you need work to be done on the PBX is all covered within the managed services. All right. So another important thing about our VRP managed services is we provide preventive maintenance. All right. It is extremely important to do preventive maintenance at least once a month to make sure that your system health is good, everything is running smoothly. And if there's any indicator, of something bad is going to happen, we need to quickly troubleshoot it before the system goes down. Okay, so that's the whole point of preventive maintenance. Right, and another important thing that we do for all our customers is we will make sure that the system, whatever system that they're using, is all updated. Right, we will do constant check whether there's a new firmware release for the PBX. If there is, we need to schedule downtime and do all these firmware updates. Right, it is very important to do firmware updates because a lot of these updates, right, it actually fixes, it could be some bug fixes or it could be a vulnerability fix. All right, and if we do not update the system, your system is prone, right, to all these vulnerabilities, and people can use these vulnerabilities to access your environment, right? So we need to make sure that all your systems is up to date, right, to prevent all these kind of things from happening. Okay, so the next benefits of going on board with us for VOP managed services is we will give you performance report of the systems, right? How is the system performing? How is health status and everything, and as well as your core usage. All right, how your users, which users is using the most calls, doing the most calls, right? We can even, customize reports according to your requirements. All right, and everything that I've mentioned here, right? All these services, all these scopes, all right, of the service is all based on monthly fee, a subscription-based payment. Okay, so if today, if you have an existing PBX, on-premise PBX that maybe you're not looking to refresh at the moment, but you need people to maintain your environment, again, do reach out to us, do reach out to your account manager, they'll be assigned to you, right? And we can have, more detailed conversation on that after this webinar. Okay, so I think with that, I'll end my presentation here. I'll pass the remaining of time to Jason, right? So whereby Jason will be sharing more in-depth, right, information on Yeastar Cloud PBX. Okay, so Jason, to you.
All right, thank you, Kate. Thank you for sharing. And also, guys, thank you so much for your time for joining our session today. I'm Jason from Yeastar Training Team, by the way. So now I will share something about our Yeastar solution to all of you guys. All right, just hold on a second. Let me share my screen. Okay, there you go. So first of all, guys, I'm gonna go through with this presentation to talk about some key features, highlight features we have based on our cloud system. And later on, I will also switch it to the live demo to show you guys exactly how does it look like? How do we make use of our Yeastar Cloud PBX? All right, so let's just get in. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let us know. All right. So first of all, I'm going to give you guys a brief introduction about the Yeastar team. We were established in 2006, and at the very beginning, we just started our business in this very particular industry. So which means if you guys give it a check on our website, you can see our product line. It's very particular. The only solution we provide to the market, to the global market, is going to be the PBX. The UC solution, that's it. And for now, you can also find our Yeastar partners almost everywhere. So this is quite interesting. So it doesn't matter what projects you guys are doing with right now. If you need our support, if you need the particular solution, you can always find Yeastar. All right. And also, I guess so far we did a pretty good job for the past few years. For the past few years, I guess we kept this about over 30% of our annual growth rate. And something interesting here is you guys can see that we have over 30% of our business revenue. It actually comes from the cloud business. So this is quite interesting. And we can actually see the trend. in the market, I mean, the global market, absolutely more and more customers, they're going to switch their solution from the traditional on-premise space to the cloud solution. So we can see that trend. And absolutely, this is a good chance. This is a very good chance for me to share something about our cloud solution to you guys. All right. And of course, for the past few years, we did, we also got lots of recognitions in this particular industry. So, which means our solutions are pretty reliable and it's just acknowledged by the global market. So, absolutely, whatever the project you guys have there, you can try Yeastar solution for sure. All right. So, this is going to be a brief introduction about our Yeastar team. I'm just going to talk about our solution directly. Let's give it a check. So let's have a look. About the Yeastar cloud solution for now, we have two options for you guys actually. The option one, it's hosted by Yeastar. This is called P-Series Cloud Edition. This is one of our major product lines. It's hosted by Yeastar once again, like I said, it's based on multi-instance. So which means if you guys prefer this particular model, we're going to provide you guys a hosting platform. You will be able to get this hosting platform and you will be able to start your cloud business there flexibly. This is something we provide based on this Yeastar hosted. And for this particular model, something I guess is very user-friendly for all of our Yeastar partners is, like I said, it's hosted by Yeastar on the AWS. So you don't have to worry about, hey, do I need to install this whole solution by myself? Do I need to get prepared for the infrastructure? Well, not necessary, guys. It's more like a ready-to-go solution. So simply you get the extensions from Yeastar, and you're going to jump into your hosting platform, and you will just create the instances by yourself. And then the next step for you will just be, hey, I got an instance created by myself. Then I'm just going to sell it to my end users. That's it. This is just the whole process. Very easy, very simple. Hosted by Yeastar. And once again, like I said, it's on the AWS. So pretty much sure, it's pretty reliable. You don't have to worry about the infrastructure or the security, everything. It's a ready-to-go solution. And for the local market, like we're talking about the market in Singapore. It's a ready-to-go solution. You guys can find it. The server node is based on Singapore. That's it. So absolutely, all these cloud PBXs are going to be deployed in Singapore. And the other option we provide to you guys, the other type of the cloud solution we provide to you guys is going to be self-hosted. I guess for some of you guys, probably you will prefer, hey, do I have any other options? I don't want to choose the one hosted by the manufacturer. I actually want to get a solution hosted by myself because I do have my data center. I got my particular platform. So can I do this by myself? Sure thing, guys. We got another option, which is self-hosted, and it's called P-Series Software Edition. So just like what it's called, it's a software. You guys will be able to get this software edition and host it by yourself. So you can try several platforms, guys, as I posted here. If you prefer the cloud platform, you can try something like AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure. This is option one. The other option is you can also try to deploy it on your own data center by using the virtual machine. For example, like a VMware, Hyper-V. These are pretty popular. If you prefer, you're good to go. So this is the second option for you guys, the self-hosted cloud solution. Comparing with the previous one, this one, it's more like a single instance solution. The Yeastar hosted solution, like I said, we give you guys a hosting platform. It's multi-instance solution. But if you prefer this one, this is much easier, I guess. It's just a single instance. You get this software edition, you install it on your data center, and you're just good to go. And one more thing, something special about this software edition is this one can cover from 5 users to maximally 10,000 users. So my point here is if you guys got a big project, you can try the software edition for sure. Or if you have a project for micro business users, you can also try the software edition with no problem. And the business model for this software edition will be pretty flexible. You can actually purchase it by concurrent costs or by extensions. That'll be really flexible. All right. And like I said, the self-validation, the single instance solution, it can cover maximally 10,000 users. So absolutely I guess we have lots of successful stories, successful cases in the local market, not just in Singapore, actually globally. Some big organizations, even the government departments, they're using our self-validation for it as well. Because you could say this is kind of like a self-hosted private cloud solution if you prefer to host it by yourself. Absolutely, this is going to be the best of fit. And now let's just talk about some highlight features. Okay, so highlight features, we have so many highlight features, but I'm just gonna pick some key features here to show you guys. First of all, what we provide to you guys is called P-Series self-validation or cloudidation. Both are okay. Depends on how would you like to host it by yourself, right? How would you prefer? And something special about this P-Series system is, first of all, it will just provide you all the key telephony features. If you prefer to build up the system for your basic daily communications in your office, not a problem. All the key telephony features, they're just fully covered. And something else we have here is we will provide you guys a whole bunch of UC functions. I guess something Keith just mentioned before, like a Microsoft Teams solution. Yeah, sure thing, guys. I mean, in these couple of years, Microsoft Teams is so popular. People use it for collaborations, right? I mean, people use it a lot. So, absolutely, it's not a big deal. If you prefer to use Microsoft Teams together with our system, can we do that? Not a problem. Not a problem at all, guys. This integration is fully supported. And also, you can try some other platforms integrations. You can try integrations like a CRM system, like a PMS system. Not a problem. Absolutely. Or if you prefer to start a video call or something, this particular system is also supported as well. All right. Now let's take a look. So as I mentioned, key telephony features, once again, guys, I'm not going to talk about every single one of these features because there are so many, right? But have a quick look. This is my point. All these key telephony features, they're just ready to go. You get our system deployed, you'll have all these key features. You don't have to worry about it. So it's kind of like you deploy the Yeastar PBX with your maybe your on-premise, I mean desktop phones, the physical phones, or you're trying to use the virtualized solution, like using our Linkus. We got UC clients, whatever you prefer. The next time you can just grab your phone, make a call with no problem. So all these key telephony features are fully covered. It's ready to go. All right. And let's talk about something else, something advanced. So first thing, all right, the first thing quite special here is we provide you guys something called Linkus. This is our UC client solution for every single one of our individual users in the office. Now you got two choices, guys. Option one, you can absolutely keep your traditional hardware phone in the office, not a problem. I saw a question was asking about, hey, can I keep my traditional desktop phone together with the PBX? Not a problem, guys. So option one, you got a whole bunch of IP phones in your office. You can absolutely deploy all these phones with our PBX. We got auto provisioning, so this is pretty easy for you to deploy all these desktop phones. That's it. So this is option one. The option two is, well, maybe you will prefer something more flexible. You can try the Linkus UC client. So you can simply install this application. It's a free application. You can search it on Google Play, App Store. You get it on your mobile, right? So you got the mobility solution. Or you can also try to install this application on your computer. We also get the desktop client, right? And some of you guys probably may have a question is, hey, what if I don't even take my mobile, or what if I just left my mobile in my house and now I'm in the office, so how can I get connected? Take it easy, guys. The web client is also supported. We also provide you guys the web-based solution, so which means you can simply log into the system with your extension account, right? For every single one of our extension users, they get their extension number, their password, so they can just jump into the system directly with the web client. It will be more flexible. So this is something very user-friendly. I mean, truly user-friendly for every single one of our individual users in the office. All right. And well, with the Linkus, you can do a lot of things for sure. But take a look, guys. Something I mentioned before. If you got an IP phone, if you got the hardware IP phones left in the office, you might have maybe a few a few maybe some of your let's see, the agents, they prefer the traditional way. They get the hardware desktop phone in the office. Now we just want to register these phones on our PBX. Sure thing, not a problem. We got a pretty good compatibility with all these IP phones, so it doesn't matter which brand you're using there. For example, like Avaya, NEC, Poly, A-Link. Anyway, you can simply try our auto provisioning. This phone deployment will be very easy. Just a few clicks there, you can register all these phones on our PBX. So no worries, guys. All right, let's take a look. Now, as I mentioned, this time we we just provide our individual users this UC client solution. Now, everybody, they get a smart solution based on their computer or their mobile anyway. So the call management can be simplified. Absolutely. You can't even imagine. Traditionally, if you're trying to manage your phone calls, like, hey, I am the receptionist. Part of my job is to manage all these phone calls. So traditionally, I'm going to go grab my extension. I'm going to use the feature code to manage these phone calls, like a call transfer or something. But now, this time, everything can be way much easier, guys. You can simply give it a check on your computer. You got the web client, so you simply log into your web client. And for all these phone calls, external calls, internal calls, inbound calls, or outbound calls, you're going to give it a check on this panel. We provide you a solution called Operator Panel. So every single one of these calls are going to be posted on your web client. It's real-time basis. So for these call managements, like I said, you're going to use your mouse clicking, drag and drop easily. And of course, we also support CTI. So some of our customers, they might prefer the old school style. Not a problem. You can keep your desktop phone there, and you can switch the web client to the CTI mode. And you're gonna use you're gonna use your hardware phone for making calls for sure. But for these call management things, you can give it a check on the web client. It will be way much easier. The other thing we have there, the other advanced feature we have there is the call center. So on our system, we also provide our customers a built-in call center solution. It's actually based on the ACDQ. So you set up your ring strategies. Every single one of these inbound calls are going to be handled based on your ring strategy. So this is the first thing. I mean, by default settings, we provide you the workload-based routing solution for sure. Well, if you prefer to build up a more dynamic, let's see, the call center, you can also enable workload-based routing. So you can set up the priority for each one of your agents in this queue. You can give your clients, your customers, a very good call experience. Besides, we also have, like I said, we get the Linkus web client available for every single one of our agents. So all these agents, they can simply jump into their user account, and they will be able to see something, visualized. We provide them the warboard and queue panel. So if you do care about your queue performance, your, let's see, the service level, something like that, you give it a check on the warboard, on the queue panel. All these key metrics will just be posted on this particular interface directly. This is what it is. And of course, you can also set up your SLA, satisfaction survey, whatever you prefer to collect. You can give it a check on the PBX to get all this important data easily. So this is the other advanced feature we have. And not all we have. Let's keep going. And the other thing we have is going to be the omni-channel messaging. This one is also quite popular, I guess, especially in these 2 years, right? More and more people, they would prefer to get connected with agents, but not based on phone calls. I mean, things are changed. Many years ago, probably people would prefer to make a phone call to collect some information, but now you guys know it. More and more people, they don't even want to make a call. More and more people, they would prefer, hey, if that possible for me to, text with one of these agents, that's it. So the omni-channel messaging solution, this feature is also supported on our system as well. We support a couple of channels there, guys. You can set up the integration with your service providers if they provide you the SMS function. Not a problem. So the SM channel is available. You can also try the integration with WhatsApp, and you can also try the integration with Facebook. So absolutely, there are so many channels available there. And more importantly is you can also set up the live chat by yourself. We also support this built-in live chat function. You can simply customize the live chat channel. You post it on your website. So all your website visitors, if they're going to get some information from your side, well, the easiest way for them will just be the live chat. They can start the chat session directly from the website to one of your agent, right? We can handle the message there directly. So this is going to be the omni-channel messaging solution on the P-Series system. And of course, the video call, it's also supported. So we also support video call and a video conference as well on our P-Series system. This one actually is based on a particular license. It's called Ultimate Plan. You actually don't need to configure anything there. You get our system deployed, you get the Ultimate Plan subscribed, then you will just have the video call feature plus the video conference. That's it. All right. And about the Microsoft Teams integration solution, let's give it a check here. What we provide to you guys is not just Microsoft Teams. We provide you guys the integration solution with many options. Teams is just one of them. For example, we can support the integration with Azure Active Directory. If you're using directory service, there you go. This integration can be realized. And of course, we support the integration with Microsoft Teams. To be very honest, this integration solution is very user-friendly. It's also a very good budget, guys, because it won't charge you additionally. You will simply need to get prepared with your Microsoft Teams. I guess the business basic license is enough. That's it. Then you log into your Teams, you search Yeastar, and you will see there's a built-in application available on your Microsoft Teams. You simply install Linkus on your Microsoft Teams, then build up the connection with your PBX. So next time, if you're trying to use your Teams to call any of your contacts or your colleagues, anyway, you can try this on your Microsoft Teams interface directly. Or if someone is calling you, you will also be able to get this incoming pop-up based on your Microsoft Teams directly. So something special here is you're going to use your PBX with your SIP chunks for all these phone calls. You don't have to purchase additional, I guess it's called calling plan from Microsoft Teams. Now, everything, every single one of your phone calls are going to go through your PBX. Through your SIP chunk for sure. But you can keep your Teams together with your Linkus for business collaboration, for business communication with no problem. By the way, we also support Outlook. I guess some of our customers, some micro business users, maybe they don't use Microsoft Teams. They'll use Outlook. The Outlook integration is also available as well. And you will have the same user experience. You can make a phone call. You can get an income pop up there directly. And all these are fully supported. Very easy. And budget control solution once again. All right. And one more thing, guys. One more thing is it's absolutely possible for us to deploy the PBX together with something else, which means we can get some other business opportunities, not just for business communications. Of course, the key solution, it will always be the business communication with our system for sure. But if you prefer something else, hey, is that possible for me to deploy the PBX together with my intercoms or with my SIP speakers? Like I got a project. And this project, maybe it's something for, let's see, for school. They need a communication solution, but simultaneously, they also need the door access control, the broadcast system. This is what they're looking for. Sure thing, guys. We can support the integration with all these third-party terminals. Not a problem. For example, if we're using the intercom, the indoor station, outdoor stations, anyway, these hardwares, they can support SIP. Then there's not a problem at all. We can simply register all these, endpoints on our PBX to be as one of our regular extensions. And next time, if we're going to make a broadcast or if we're going to, trigger the door access control anyway, you're going to use your IP phone or Linkus, whatever you prefer. So simultaneously, you can have a pretty dynamic communication solution for all of your agents internally. But you can also have a fully integrated solution with some other third parties. This is exactly what you can do there. All right. Anyway, this is the presentation part. Now I'm going to share something, with the live demo to you guys. Give me a second. Let me change my screen sharing. All right, there you go, guys. Let's take a look. So this is one of my demo systems, and this is the software edition, which is self-hosted. And this particular model I just deployed in my office. I installed it on one of my servers in the office. So let's give it a check here. And I'm just logged into the system currently with my extension 2000. And this is something I mentioned before, Linkus Web Client. So just like I said, Now you can't even imagine, guys. You have a desktop phone right now together with this Linkus web client. So it's up to you. If you prefer to handle phone calls with the desktop phone, you can simply grab it, make a phone call. This is the old school, right? Old-fashioned style. But if you prefer something more dynamic, you can give it a check on your screen, on your interface. This is just one of your extensions for sure. If you're going to make a call or something, here's the dial pad. Give it a check there. We can simply set up the PBX in advance, like the inbound route, outbound route. We just pre-configure the whole thing there, and now individual users, they can just make a phone call here easily. Now, besides, we can also support something else for UC functions like presence control. If you prefer to switch your presence or something, a few clicks. Like I said, a few clicks. We also support the CTI mode. Now, currently, I just don't have the IP phone deployed, but if I got IP phone deployed, here I can switch it from the web client mode to the desktop phone, which is the CTI mode. Very easy to switch. We also support function keys. For function keys, maximally we can support 120 function keys. For each one of our keys, we can have 12 key types. It's totally up to you. If you prefer to customize it, you can set it up by yourself anytime. I didn't set this, so it's empty, but I will show you later. And right over here, this is going to be the interface for our extensions, which means all of our colleagues, I'll be able to see them. Traditionally, you don't have anything to see there. The only thing you have is the desktop phone, right? If you're going to call someone, you just grab this phone, you check on your phone book, you call this extension. But now, everything will just be posted here. If I'm trying to call any of these guys, I'll just use the button. I'll click on this, and I'm going to make a call to this guy directly. That's it. So this is how I'm going to start a phone call. Sure thing. If I want to start a video call, like I said, if you got the ultimate plan subscribed, you click on that button, you can trigger the video call directly. Instant message is also supported. You can start a chat with one of your agents. Anyway, this is the internal chat. The external chat is also supported, but this one requires the integration, like I said. So the super admin needs to figure out the integration in advance. The next time we're going to be able to handle inbound messages from different channels like WhatsApp, like Facebook, or the live chat. All right. And the other thing is going to be the contacts, which is the phone book feature. So if you set up the phone books in advance, you will also be able to see all your phone books here. I guess the super admin didn't set up the phone books before, so here it's all empty. All right. Anyway, and yeah, you guys can also see this, the outbound call center. This is actually one of our new features. I think today's February 19th, so it's not available for now. But next week, guys, this new feature will be released on February 25th. That's one of our new features, which is the outbound call center. So you can even see that even when you try to build up the outbound call center, this system is also possible. Yeah. Let's keep going. Then the video conference, like I said, it's a ready-to-go solution with the ultimate plan. You got the plan subscribed. A few clicks there, you can start the video conference. It's all based on web. So we can start this video conference easily. To invite others to join the session, we'll simply share them the video conference link. That's what it is. All right. Now it won't work. I guess it won't work because my camera is taken by Zoom, I think. All right, let me just cancel this. And also we have the call center console. Like I said, this is the inbound call center. So as you guys can see, now we provide you both inbound call center together with the outbound call center. And this is the inbound call center. So if I'm running this inbound call center, like I named this one as the service group 1, when customers is calling us, we'll be able to see all the details through this warboard, like waiting time, the SOA, answered calls, abandoned calls, all the details. You're going to be able to check it through here. And you can also check on queue panel. So if you're the manager, I guess this queue panel truly matters. You just want to see exactly how many phone calls are waiting right now. How many active calls do we have there? And what about these agents' performance? Dynamic agent or static agent? Do I need to lock them in? Do I need to kick them out? Do I need to change their status? All the details, I can do it here just by my mouse clicking. And if I'm going to distribute one of my phone calls to these agents, I can use the mouse drag and drop. That's what I can do. So this is for the inbound call center. And of course, sure thing, like I said, all these details, the feedback, the call report, if you prefer to collect, you can always switch it back to the configuration portal If you have the permission, you can check on the call report here. See, here we have call reports. So something like I said before, the IVR report, queue performance, agent performance, satisfaction survey, you can collect all the details here. And you can even set up the schedule, guys. You can even set up the schedule, let the system to update you the call report automatically. That's what we can do. And one more thing, guys. One more thing. It's here, check on this. You guys can see I can switch from my personal web client back to the configuration portal easily, right? Why? Because one more thing we can do here is the user permission. See, the super admin just enable the admin permission for me. So I do have the permission to switch it from the personal web client back to the configuration portal easily. So that actually means in the future, when you try to use the PCR system for daily communications, it's up to you. You can set up the user permission for some of your agents. Like you got one agent, this guy is the supervisor. He actually needs to switch it back to the configuration portal for maybe maintenance, maybe configurations. We can enable the user permission for him easily. So this is exactly what we can do. Generally speaking, like I said, the whole solution, it's very straightforward. It's very easy to use, especially the web client. Now, today I'm using the web client as an example to show you how it looks. Sure thing, guys. You can also try our Linkus UC application on your mobile or on your desktop. You're going to have something similar. I mean, the similar experience. The point here is this is truly going to be an easy to use cloud-based solution, just like what we call today with my presentation. All right. Okay, let me switch it back to the presentation. I think that was all we have for this live demo. Yeah, that was all we have for the live demo and the presentation part. If you guys have any questions in the future, you guys can also check with the Yeastar. Visit our website, www.yeastar.com for more details. Sure thing. We also provide you the YouTube channel. You guys can also search Yeastar on YouTube. We got our particular YouTube channel. You can subscribe it for more details. Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you. So now will be the time for the quiz. Okay. You guys can see my screen, right? Okay, sure. Okay, so this also. Okay. Oh wait, I can't click. Okay, so just need you guys to scan this QR code to join the quiz. So this quiz will be fastest fingers first, and the one with the highest points will get to walk away with some prizes. Yeah, this will be the prizes. Let's go to the next page first. Do you guys need the code? I think so, maybe. I'll go back first, yeah. Later when we reach this screen, we'll need you guys to rename yourselves. So back to here first. Scan the QR code to join us. So the top 3 prizes would be, depending on which country you are in, if you get most correct number of answers and at the fastest time, you'll win first, which will be 50 Singapore dollars. Second prize will be 30 Singapore dollars, and third prize will be 20 Singapore dollars, and all these will be given in the form of Grab vouchers. Okay, maybe 5 more seconds for you guys to scan first. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, so over here, this is where I need you guys to rename yourselves. So look at your phone. You need to rename yourselves here. Okay. Okay, so click join quiz means you are ready, and then we will start now. Okay, so answer fast to get more points. Which of the following is included in Adventus IP telephony solutions and services? So there are 4 options on your phone. Is it Microsoft Teams, Adventus X Yeastar, on premises, or is it like all of the above? So choose the correct answer. Okay. Okay, so most of you got it correct. So let's go to the leaderboard now. If you guys haven't joined in, you can still join in, but you would miss one question already. Okay, so we have Nico leading at the moment with Albert and Jia En. Wow, very close. Just 1 point behind. Okay, next question. Okay, so look at your phone, guys. If everyone is ready, okay. Sure. So this is the next question. What is included in Adventus VoIP managed services? So this was covered by Keith earlier also. So is it providing a spare PBX? Is it firmware updates and vulnerability management? Is it preventive maintenance, or is it all of the above? Looks like everyone has answered. Okay, yay! Most of you got it correct again. Yeah, so we provide all of the services that's mentioned. Okay, next slide. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard now. Oh wow, Nico. Oh, Nico got kicked out from the top 3. Ah, okay, still third. Okay, third. Yeah. Oh, and Albert, Jia En, you guys are still top. Okay, so the top 3 quite strong, I would say. Okay, next question. See if maybe Sandy or Ronald can kick them out and get the prize maybe. Okay, let's see. Third question. If everyone is ready, make sure your phone is unlocked. Okay. Oops, what's this? Oh, wait. Okay, here. Third question. How many extensions can Yeastar self-hosted solution support maximum? So is it 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 or 20,000? One or two more questions. Oh, okay. Okay, everyone has voted from what I see here. Okay, yes, so 10,000 is the correct answer. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard now. The top 3 quite strong. Oh, okay. So Ronald has taken over. Ah, okay. So, but the top 2, I mean Nico and Jia En is still at the top. Okay. Next. Question 4. Everyone. Okay, everyone is here. Okay. So same thing, answer fast to get more points. Which of the following descriptions about linkers is correct? Linkers requires an additional license. Linkers is the UC client solution of Yeastar. Linkers is only available on mobile, or Linkers doesn't support video calls. Which is the correct answer? Okay, yes, most of you got it correct. So yeah, Linkers is the UC client solution of Yeastar. That's the correct answer. Okay, next question. Oh wait, leaderboard first. I think you're more excited for the leaderboard than the questions, is it? Okay, what do we have here? Oh, Nico got it wrong, I guess. So Jia En was still strong. Then we have Sandy and Andrew now. Okay, next question will be the last question. So fastest answer, most correct answer will win. Okay, let's go. Okay, final answer. Final question. I think a few of you, your phone got unlocked. Okay, maybe like, is it like 1 or 2 more? Okay, if not, I'll start. Let's go. Which of the following descriptions about Yeastar Cloud solution is incorrect? Incorrect, eh? So Yeastar offers self-hosted and Yeastar hosted cloud solutions, or Yeastar hosted is a multi-instance solution on AWS. Okay, it's not enough time for me to finish reading. But yeah, you can see the answers. Pick the correct one. Okay. Oh yeah, majority of you got it right. Okay, yay. So yeah, the correct answer is Yeastar self-hosted solution cannot be deployed on VMware. Okay, I mean that's the incorrect answer. Yeah, to get this answer correct. Okay, so final leaderboard. So it's 50, 30, and $20 Grab voucher. $50 will go to Sandy. Congrats, Sandy. Then we have Andrew and Jia En. Oh, Jia En strong from the start. Yeah. Okay. So I'll be emailing you guys with regards to the vouchers and your reward from this. Yes. Oops, I accidentally clicked something. Okay. Can. So yep. Let me stop share. And I will share the Q&A slide. Okay. So now we will go to Q&A. So I do see some questions already. So if you guys have any further questions, feel free to type them also. Okay, so Q&A here. So I'll be sharing this screen so that I can just type the questions here. You guys can refer to it real time also. Okay, so let's start with maybe the first question. How about doing overseas calls from Teams compared to Linkers? Is there a difference between using Teams phone and Linkers when you're using it to call overseas?
Maybe I can take this one. So I think it's just is the same. It's just a matter of which application you're using and how you configure on the back end, how you do what kind of RDD calls your users is using, whether it's 019 or any other RDD calls provider, right? It's just a matter of configuration on the back end and the application, software application you're using, whether it's Linkers or is it the Teams phone app. Yeah, both supports. Yeah.
Okay. Then next question. I saw the resilient cloud server as May 2025. Is that a question or is it? Okay, maybe I'll move on to another one. Can I set the IDD call with password only?
Maybe Jason, do you want to take that? I'm not sure. What is this?
All right. IDD call. What do you mean that one? That one is a little bit tricky for me. I'm a little bit confused about the IDD call. Is it DID or something?
It's for international callings. I think maybe I'll take this. Maybe I think what Aloysius meant is okay. So for IDD calls, again we can set that in the back end, right? Whenever a user would dial IDD calls, they automatically use the prefix in front depending on your preference. Like it could be 019.
Yeah. That one actually depends on your configuration. If this is for the outbound call, maybe like you guys mentioned, the outbound call for international calls or something. If you're going to set up the password, that will be fine. It's totally based on your configuration on our PBX. You can set up the password, you can set up the dial pad, and every single one of your agents, when they try to make an external call, they have to follow the rule you set it on the system. With the password or without password, both are okay.
Yep. And for Teams also, we can select certain users. For Teams phone solution, we can select certain users. We can disable them, from making IDD calls as well. So that is possible.
Next question. Can I manage the phone myself, like the ringing group? Can I mix Polycom VVX300 with Yeastar phone?
Yes, for both questions, answers are yes. First one, for the ring group, you can set it up by yourself totally. You simply log into the Yeastar Cloud PBX and the ring group, the call queue, IVR, all these call features are going to be managed by yourself. All right. And for this Polycom phone settings, like I said, we got the auto provisioning. You can deploy these phones by using our auto provisioning. We got the auto provisioning template, so it will be very easy. Even if there's no template for a particular model, you can also try the manual registration with no problem.
I have someone asking for a demo for integration between Teams and Yeastar.
Yeah.
But I think this one our account managers can cover that, right?
Yeah.
I can have a quick live demo right now. Just
okay.
a few seconds. Very easy.
Okay, sure.
Okay, let me share my screen now. Okay, guys, about this Microsoft Teams integration, check on my screen. This is what it is. It's a very simple one. You guys log into your Teams. You can search Linkus. You find this Linkus application, which is Yeastar. All right. install this Linkus on your Microsoft Teams. And this is how it looks. So this is just like I said, we build the we just fixed our Linkus on Microsoft Teams. It's a built-in solution. Now, on the settings here, you simply just drop your PBX domain name. For example, like my cloud PBX, I put the domain name here. I check on access to PBX. There you go. Then we have phone extension here. We will simply log into my extension. Here's my extension. Hold on a second. Yeah, here's my extension. I'll just log in as my extension 4000. And then I can just use Linkus on my Teams directly. So if I'm going to make a call or if I'm going to receive a phone call anyway, all these things can be realized based on Microsoft Teams directly. So this is just a quick live demo for the Microsoft Teams integration.
Okay. Then I will come back here. Okay, so next question is wait, can you see my screen? Okay, I think you can see now. Okay. Will phone conversations be recorded? So they have users concerned about PDPA and user comfort level if the conversations are recorded.
Okay. For call recording, actually, it's up to you. Because the PBX is your PBX. If you're going to record this phone call, you need to set it up by yourself. Some of these phone calls, if you don't want to, you don't want to record these phone calls, you can disable the call recording, and also you can enable the user permission to control the recording. Like I set up the user permission for extension 1000 to control the call recording. Well, this guy can actually use the feature code to start the recording or to stop the recording. So this is not a problem. And about the call recording, it requires the particular storage. So it will be stored on your particular storage space. That's it.
Okay. Next question. For Yeastar, do we sign up with Adventus as well? So I think the answer is yes, right?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
So we are partnering with Yeastar on this cloud PBX system on premise. So I need to do just reach out to our account manager, or our account manager will automatically reach out to you as well after this webinar. So we can have a deeper discussion on that, on how to move on, with the proposal.
Including those prices on the cost and everything, I think the account managers will reach out to you after that to go more in depth into that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Then there's a question on this is Teams versus Linkers, right? So Teams, are there any additional costs for that since Linkers is considered free?
Okay, so for Teams phone systems, there are a few additional costs, right? Firstly, you need to have the right license, right? If you're not on the Enterprise E5 license, right, which by the way it comes with the Teams phone license. If you're not on that, then you have to subscribe to the Teams phone standard license, right? So that is on top of your existing subscription, right? You could be using Microsoft 365 Business Basic, Business Standard, or Business Premium, right? On top of that, you need to have the Teams phone standard license.
Okay, next question. How does the configuration work for SIP trunk to bridge PSTN calls?
Based on our cloud PBX, if you got a PSTN calls, you guys can try the gateway. We also provide you another hardware. It's called Yeastar Gateway, the VG, voice gateway. So even the system is cloud-based, it's pure IP solution. It doesn't matter, guys. You can take the gateway. We build up the SIP trunk between our cloud PBX and the gateway. And then for all of your PSTN lines, whatever, you're just going to connect it with the gateway. So it will be migrated. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can also go for some local telcos to offer internet SIP as well. Right.
Yeah.
So instead of the SIP terminates at your office and they have the gateways, you can also go for internet SIP, and from telco we can point directly to the Yeastar Cloud PBX. A lot of customers prefer that option because it's more seamless. You don't have to terminate anything in the office, right? Totally hardwareless.
Okay, next question. We have multiple sites to manage. Which solution would you recommend?
I think both solutions, whether is it Yeastar, Cloud PBX, or Microsoft Teams phones, both solutions are cloud PBX, which is great if you have offices regionally or globally, right? Both are fine.
Okay, then next question. If we install the Yeastar in Singapore and in Shanghai, could we call Shanghai extension from Singapore extension?
Sure thing, not a problem, guys. If you prefer the cloud solution, I guess it doesn't matter where exactly is this extension. It can be in Singapore, it can be in Shanghai, and these two extensions can actually register under the same cloud PBX. So this is actually the internal cost. It doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Okay, next question. Is there a charge for making local calls via the Teams phone system?
Yes. So your local there will still be the local call charges from your telco, like similar to how you receive bills, for example, from Singtel. You have your ISDN or SIP trunk, charges as well as your local charges. So that will be the same.
Okay, then next question. If we have Linkers S series, can we upgrade to P series cloud-based system?
Oh, well, good question. Well, the S-Series system, it was the previous solution we provide to you guys. Now, if you're going to use the P-Series system, I mean, you just have to change the S-Series system to the P-Series system. For Linkus, for example, like the S-Series system, it doesn't support web client. So if you prefer to use the new Linkus solution or something like a web client or this, you just need to migrate it to the P-Series system. Okay? It's two different systems. Yeah.
Okay. I think this is a follow-up. So Jason mentioned about gateway earlier, so this is a follow-up on your
Yeah.
earlier answer. So the gateway is another on-prem device to invest in and should be always online to bridge PSTN calls, is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's another on-premise device we provide to you guys. It's a hardware-based solution. You deploy this one in our office, and for all of your PSTN lines, you can just plug it in, and then you build up the SIP trunk between this gateway with our cloud PBX. So that's it.
Okay. Then here there was a mention about having standby or I think spare PBX in the webinar. So why is this required as I mean for Jason's side it's about software-based solution.
Mhm. Yeah, for our software solution, yeah, we also provide you guys the standby solution. That's available. It depends on the project. It's not 100% needed. It actually depends on the project. I give you guys an example. Let's see if we have a project for university or for a government department. Well, even the whole system is virtualized, everything will be fine, but this is a big project. So these guys, they do care about the stability. They really want to have a hot standby solution. Well, for that circumstance, we can provide them the standby system. That's it. So you got a primary server deployed. I mean, the primary PBX is going to be the main server which handles all your communications, but you can have another standby system there as a backup. I mean, just in case the primary server gets something wrong there, so the backup server will just takes over. And besides, for our software-based solution, we also support the disaster recovery solution. I think that one truly matters because for some cases, when people talk about this, backup solution, well, as you mentioned, this is the software-based PBX. It's already software-based. So if I deploy the primary server and the backup server on the same data center, well, if there's something wrong with the data center, I will get these. I mean, both systems are going to be out of the service, right? But for that circumstance, you can try the disaster recovery solution we provide to you guys. So you can actually install your primary server on this local data center, not a problem. You can actually keep your standby system, I mean, the secondary system, on another server, not a problem. So this is something special we can provide to you guys. Okay, thank you for the question.
Okay. Next question. Oh, each of our sites has its own ISDN DDI number and a different IVR setup. Which Yeastar solution would you recommend for managing multiple sites while maintaining these numbers and configurations?
Okay.
And how does your system handle inter-site communication, centralized management, and failover?
Okay, good question. I guess it depends. If you have this project for, let's see, for multi-size, if this particular end user, they requires multi-site interconnection, I think you can try the softwareization. For example, they have a headquarter in Singapore. They got a branch office in somewhere else. They want to figure out the multi-site interconnection. You can try the softwareization. This can be a solution. So I got a one softwareization deployed in my headquarter office, and I got another the software PBX deployed in my branch office. So I figure out the multi-site interconnection by using SIP trunk. the SIP trunking. So this can be one solution. The other solution is if you prefer to make everything simplified, like all these branch offices. Anyway, I don't care about it. I just want to make all these branch offices are working as a unit, as a unity. So if that's what you prefer, you can, I guess you can try the cloud solution. I mean, Yeastar hosted cloud solution. You will simply need to deploy one cloud-based PBX. And as for all these branch offices, doesn't really matter because what we need there is actually the communication system for them. So all these extensions are going to register under the same cloud PBX. That can also be the solution. All right. And by the way, one more thing. If you need a centralized management solution, we also provide you guys a centralized management platform. It's called YCM. Yeastar Central Management. We do have a centralized management platform. So all of your Yeastar products can be managed on this YCM platform as well.
Okay. Then next question. We are using A1 on Microsoft 365. Does Microsoft only sell license for Teams core system? Will Adventus help us on this?
So I believe you're on the education license for Microsoft 365. So A1 unfortunately doesn't come with the Teams phone capabilities. You need to upgrade to A5, right? Either that or you can go for you can actually sign up for standalone Teams phone license. They call it the Teams phone standard. Yeah, you don't have to upgrade everything to A5. You can just buy standalone license. So yes, Adventus can help you in terms of your license requirements, right? We are able to sell you all these education license.
Okay, next question. Does the soft phone require any additional license? I assume that desk phones doesn't require any additional license.
No, it doesn't. If we're talking about Linkus, it doesn't require any additional license. You can use it with no problem.
Okay, then next question. Can Microsoft Teams phone system integrate with my company's existing Singtel main line, allowing customers to call to Singtel main line to be diverted to MS Teams?
Yep, definitely. The integration definitely possible. We just need to understand what exactly are you using, whether it's an ISD or a zip trunk, right? Then we'll be able to advise you further from there. So to have this conversation on a deeper level, do reach out to our account manager to be assigned to you, and then we can arrange a session to actually understand your infrastructure and propose the correct solution for you.
Okay, is there a difference? Yeah, please. Okay, is there any difference between software-based solution versus cloud solution in terms of the features?
When we talk about call features, they're all the same thing. The only difference is just the deployment.
Okay, then I think we have one question here about because they are currently using both Teams and Linkers in their environment, but they want to know which is better for their environment. But I think this one we will have to like analyze the environment first before we can give a more better answer on this, right?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. So I think it
Mhm.
depends. It depends on the use case, right? So again, I think this requires a more deeper understanding of the environment. So probably we can take this offline with you.
Oh, do leave your name also because it's anonymous. So maybe you can email me later or something. Any other questions from the floor? So we actually have two questions that were answered beforehand already. But do you guys have anything else to add on this? So if there's no physical phone, what if the user forgot to bring their mobile phone? Is there any temporary solution for that?
The web client, like I showed you guys with the live demo, the web client. Yeah.
Okay. Then another question. If this is implemented in both Singapore and Malaysia, can SG call Malaysia local number outside of the office with charges of local Malaysia charges?
Yeah, based on your configuration. If you got two systems, you deploy them in Singapore and Malaysia, you can actually build up the SIP trunk between two PBXs. And that's your SIP trunk, your personal SIP trunking. Then you can call each other for free, not a problem. And if you're going to use for example, like the local number in Malaysia, and I want to call my customers in Malaysia, but I'm in Singapore. Like I said, you build up the SIP-trunk connection between Singapore office and the Malaysia office. So this call from your Singapore office to Malaysia office, that's for free. That's for free. And then on your Malaysia system, you set up another outbound route. So you use that outbound route to handle that incoming call from the Singapore office. Then you send it through your Malaysia local line. So that will be the local charges for this particular phone call. Yeah.
Okay, then maybe one last question. We are currently with another vendor for Microsoft Teams Phone. Can we change our Teams Phone vendor? If yes, how?
Yes, definitely. I think that there are a few steps to that, that could be involved. Things like number portings, right? But the short answer to that is yes, definitely possible. So again, we kind of have a separate discussion with you on that, and how we can move right from your current vendor to Adventus.
Okay, and then for Yeastar, what's the license mode? Is it by extension or by CC?
Depends on which model you prefer there. For example, the cloud solution hosted by Yeastar, that one it's based on extensions. The license mode is based on extensions. If we're talking about the software edition, which is hosted by yourself, the business model can be based on concurrent costs. It's flexible. Yeah, more details you guys can check with Adventus.
Okay, looks like that's all the questions we have for now. Yeah, so as we mentioned a few times, after this webinar, your account managers will also touch base with you. So if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to them. Then let's just move to this part also here. So we do have a feedback form for you guys to fill up as well. So if you would be so kind to just scan the QR code and fill up the form. So at Adventus, we co-host webinars with our partners every month. So this month it's with Yeastar. That's why you see Jason here. Yeah, so we do appreciate your feedback on all these webinars that we host as well. Okay, then to conclude this webinar, I would like to thank the speakers, Keith from Adventus and Jason from Yeastar, and also thank every one of you for joining us today.